heavy footsteps. The girl stood in terrified uncertainty. Sydney gasped as the eerie shriek filled the air.
Yo, yo, yo.
Bailey trembled uncontrollably as the crazy, otherworldly laugh followed.
Run!
Sydney screamed. The two dashed as fast as their legs could carry them back toward the camp. Sydney stopped twice, waiting for Bailey's shorter legs to catch up. 14-year-old Elizabeth sat in the middle of the dusty road, trying to cram her undergarments back into her suitcase before anyone saw.
I thought wheels were supposed to make a suitcase easier.
She thought. Instead, the rolling blue luggage had hit her 3 times before it finally popped open, leaving her belongings strewn the street. Suddenly, she was nearly barreled over by 2 girls running frantically.
Run for your life!
The smaller one cried.
It's after us. Whoa, okay.
Elizabeth focused on the terrified girls. The taller one panted.
Something's happening.
Elizabeth looked toward the golf course but saw nothing. She noticed that the smaller girls seemed to struggle for air, and her protective instincts took over.
Calm down, you'll be okay. Inhaler.
Gasped the girl. Elizabeth sprang into action, digging through the girl's backpack until she found a small blue inhaler. Then she held hold of steady while the slight girl gasped in medication. The taller girl kept looking toward the miniature golf course they just left.
Sorry.
The small girl whispered.
I'm supposed to keep that in my pocket. I got so excited, I forgot. I'm Elizabeth. Why don't you tell me what happened? I'm Bailey.
Said the short, dark-haired girl.
Bailey Chang. I'm not gonna be accent.
Nobody hear the accent.
Said the tall, dark-skinned girl with beaded braids.
Don't that accent either.
Do it! You're moving fun.
We were at, no, I'm not being accused of something. We were at the golf course and something came after us.
Exclaimed Bailey. Elizabeth was skeptical as she tucked a strand of long blonde hair in the clip at the base of her neck.
Is this your first year here? This is my 3rd year here. And the most dangerous thing I've ever seen is a skunk.
The girls giggled but didn't look convinced.
Come with us. We'll show you.
Bailey pulled Elizabeth back towards the golf course.
I thought you were afraid of whatever it was. Why do you want to go back there?
Elizabeth asked. The young girl stood to her full height.
Because I'm going to be a professional golfer. And I'm not going to let whatever that was bully me. I plan to practice my golf stroke while I'm here. Story ain't over. Will you tell me exactly what happened?
Elizabeth asked Sydney. Sydney looked each girl in the eye and spoke slowly.
Something or someone in the woods is in the woods by the golf course, and it wasn't friendly.
She paused for dramatic effect.
And
Kate Oliver leaned back on her bed and smiled.
yes, I got the bed by the window.
She thought.
Hopefully I'll be able to get a good reception for my laptop and cell phone. Addicted.
She tucked a strand of blonde hair behind her ear. It was too short to stay there, and just long enough to drive her crazy.
Bam!
The cabin's outer door slammed, and Kate heard voices, pushing her black frame glasses up on her nose. She sat up. 2 girls entered the room, giggling and talking.
I can't believe I'm finally here. This is so cool. And look at this cute little dorm room. It's just like the cabin in the Paris Trap. Oh, hello. The fun-looking brunette with piercings. No, come on.
The fun-looking brunette with piercing blue eyes greeted Kate.
I'm Alex Howell. Alexis, really, but no one calls me that except for my mother. I am so excited. This will be the best 2 weeks ever.
Kate smiled and reached to shake the girl's hand.
Kate Oliver,
She said.
welcome to Cabin 12 Beach.
She looked at the other girl. The girl's freckles matched her curly auburn hair, and she offered a friendly smile.
Hi there, I'm Mackenzie Phillips.
The 2 girls looked at Elizabeth stubbornly, as if needing to prove their story to her. Hearing another bus pull up, Elizabeth remembered her belongings, which were still lying in the middle of the road.
I'll tell you what, you help me get this awful suitcase to Cabin 12B, and then I'll walk to the golf course with you. Deal?
Bailey's mouth dropped open, and Sydney's eyes widened.
You're in Cabin 12B?
Asked Sydney.
That's our cabin!
Exclaimed Bailey. Now it's Elizabeth's turn to be surprised.
You're kidding. Wow, it is such a small world. Okay, roomies, help me hide my underwear before the entire camp. We'll be on our way.
The girls gathered to strewn articles of clothing. Bailey held up one particular article clothing. Okay, we'll skip that.
Oh, yes.
The three girls shouted all the way to cabin 12B. As they approached the cabin, the two younger girls pulled their luggage out from behind some bushes.
We sat together on the bus from the airport, and we both wanted to see the golf course before we did anything else. So we stowed our suitcases here until we got back.
Explained Sydney. Elizabeth laughed. With these two,
What was that doing?
with these two as roommates, this year's camp experience will be far from dull. The girls entered the cabin, located room B to the right. Three girls were already there, smiling and laughing.
Hello, I'm Elizabeth. I guess we'll be roommates.
She tossed her things in the lower bunk closet to the door, and Sydney placed her things on the bunk above that. Bailey took the top bunk next to Sydney. After an awkward pause, Mackenzie stepped forward.
I'm Mackenzie Phillips.
She said,
I'm 13, and I'm from White Sulphur Springs, Montana.
Alex bounced forward.
I'm Alex Short. Short. I'm 12, and I'm from Sacramento. Sydney, 12, Washington, D.C. Oh, that is so cool. Do you know the president?
Asked Bailey, and everyone laughed.
I'm Bailey Chang. I'm 9, and I'm from somewhere in Illinois. And just so you all know, I plan to be the next Tiger Woods. I'll be glad to sign autographs if you want. They'll be worth money someday.
Elizabeth stepped forward.
Or take one, Bailey. Or sell it and use it for use the money for college. I'm Elizabeth Anderson, 14, from Amarillo, Texas. Well, I guess that leaves me.
Said Kate.
Kate Oliver, 11, Philadelphia.
Alexis jumped up and down.
Oh, this will be so much fun! Kate brought her laptop with her. I have the coolest roommates ever.
Everyone's attention turned to Kate's bed, which was covered with a laptop and several small gadgets.
What is all that stuff?
Asked Sydney. The girls gathered around Kate's bed and watched her pull items out of a black backpack.
It's like a magician's bag. It has no bottom.
Mused Mackenzie. Kate laughed.
My dad teaches robotics at Penn State, so he always brings me home little devices to test out. Some of them are really helpful. Some of them are just fun to play with.
One by one, she pulled the oddly shaped gadgets out of her bag, describing the functions of each.
This is my cell phone. It can take pictures, short video clips, has a GPS, trackers, a satellite map, internet access, a motion sensor, a video recorder, and about a zillion other things.
Aiming at the others, she said.
Say cheese.
The other girls leaned together and smiled.
Cheese.
Sit, everybody do the picture.
Cheese!
Kate saved the pictures and passed the phone to the others and dug through her backpack again.
This digital recorder can record conversations up to 30 feet away.
Sydney squinted her eyes.
You're kidding me. Kidding. That thing is the size of a contact lens. Let me see.
Kate handed her the recorder and kept digging.
This is a reader,
She continued.
holding up a small pen-like device. A what?
Asked Mackenzie.
A reader. You run it across the words of a page and it records them to memory, like a small scanner. That is so cool. I had no idea stuff like this existed.
Mackenzie
dear.
examined the reader.
Here, I have my Bible. Yeah, because it's Christian folks. Could you show us how the reader works?
Elizabeth grabbed a Warden Bible from her bag and handed it to Kate.
Sure, you turn it on by pressing this button and...
She ran the pen over a page in Psalms. Elizabeth giggled.
I heard of hiding God's word in your heart, but never in your pen.
The gadget girl suddenly stopped her display of 2 minutes.
Hey, I'm starved. Is anybody else hungry? It's almost
Yes.
dinner time.
Announced Elizabeth.
But first, we have some business to take care of at the golf course.
The girls listened to Sydney and Billy describe their experience.
Oh, cool!
Exclaimed Alex.
We have a mystery on our hands. Why don't we go right now and check it out? Why don't we eat first?
Called out Kate.
Starving girl here, remember?
The others laughed at the petite girl whose stomach was growling loudly. Since it was almost dinner time, the group decided to head to the dining hall first. Billy led the way, taking over as tour guide.
Wait for me.
Called Alex.
I need to grab my lip gloss.
She stuffed strawberry lip smackers into her pocket. The group wandered the camp, Billy pointing out different sights. Suddenly, she stopped.
Well, guys, I hate to tell you this, but I have no idea how to get to the dining hall from here. Is it this way?
Stated Elizabeth.
Or get your bearings. My first year here, it took me the whole time before I could find my way around. But I get lost in the closet.
Mackenzie spoke up.
Come on, girls, let's go. Remember, Kate's about to start. We wouldn't want to waste her away to nothing.
Everyone laughed at Kate, who pretended to be nearly fainting.
I need substance, and I need it now!
The group arrived at the dining hall with 7 minutes to spare. They stood in their front line, and Elizabeth said,
Ready for a long meal? Now, the camp director will explain all the camp rules, introduce the counselors, and tell us more. And tell us more than we want to know about Camp Discovery Lake. Terrific.
Bailey sighed.
I want to visit the golf course before dark. Don't worry.
Said Alex.
After the story you and Sydney told, I think we all want to find out what's down there. Really?
Bailey asked.
You're all coming? You bet.
Said Mackenzie. The girls of cabin 12. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
The girls of cabin 12B stick together.
The sun was dipping behind the horizon by the time the girls left the dining hall.
Hooray! We can finally go to the golf course.
Bailey called.
We better hurry. It's getting dark.
Said Elizabeth.
Yeah, and after the story you and Sydney told, I certainly don't want to be there after dark.
Added Kate. The girls scurried while chattering about the different camping activities they wanted to try. Before they knew it, the sun was gone and they could barely see the road.
Why is the golf course so far away from the main camp?
Asked Alex nervously. Sydney laughed.
So nobody will ever hit them dead with a stray golf ball.
Suddenly, a voice called out from the woods.
Who? What was that?
Whispered Bailey. Came the voice again.
You city girls don't know how much about the country, do you? That was an owl.
The others burst into laughter as the voice called again.
I'm Sydney. Who are you?
Sydney shouted, and the laughter continued.
Sure does get dark here, doesn't it?
Said Kate.
It never gets this dark in the city. Are we close to the golf course?
Asked Alex.
It doesn't seem nearly as strong a name.
Elizabeth told her. They continued, each trying to seem brave. The trees that had seemed friendly and protecting in the daytime now loomed like angry giants. The girls' steps became slower and slower as they struggled to see where they were stepping.
Finally.
Kate stopped and looked at the sky through the trees.
Look, everyone, it's the Big Dipper.
The other 5 girls looked to where she pointed.
Wow, the sky is so beautiful. It's so dark and the stars are so bright.
Whispered Sydney.
The stars are never this bright in Sacramento.
Alice commented.
The city lights are brighter. Hey, look, this reminds me of an episode of Charlie's Angels, where the Angels' car broke down in the middle of nowhere and they had to use the stars to find their way home.
The girls were so focused on the sky they didn't notice the image moving toward them. Kate was the first to lower her eyes, and she blinked in confusion. Adjusting her eyeglasses, she whispered.
Guys.
The girls continued pointing out the brightest stars. Kate tried to make her voice louder, but terror kept it to a soft squeak.
Guys.
The image moved closer, but still, no one heard her. Finally, Kate grabbed Sydney's sleeve.
What was that?
She squeaked.
Oh
Sydney
my
wept.
word! What in the word is that?
The girls saw a white stripe on the road, moving slowly, steadily toward them. They were frozen until Elizabeth yelled.
Skunk!
Camp Discovery Lake resounded with shrieks and squeals as the girls ran back toward the cabins. Mackenzie led the way with Alex close on her heels. The girls then slowed down until they had burst through the door of cabin 12B. Falling onto the beds, they panted and soon began giggling.
Can you believe it? A skunk. We were scared of a little bitty skunk.
Howled Mackenzie.
I don't know about you, Mackenzie, but I wasn't about to smell like a Pepe Le Pew out there.
Retorted Alex, and the girls laughed even harder.
Hey, Sydney, is that what scared you today? Some forest creature?
Sydney and Bailey stopped giggling and looked at one another.
No.
They replied.
Whatever we heard was not small,
Said Bailey.
and it wasn't friendly. And it definitely came after us.
Added Sydney. End of chapter 1.
Yeah!